felt like, what I ordered versus what I got kind of year. People came into the year really hopeful, feeling really blessed, feeling like, this year's gonna be top notch, and then this year stretched us. But we're still here. Hi everyone. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to Soulful Sunday, December 31st, 2025 edition. I decided to record today because this is the last day of 2025, and going through social media, mostly on Instagram, I've seen a lot. It feels like this year didn't go as planned for a lot of people. People have been, talking about how this year stretched them. This year, even me, I felt stretched to maximum capacity. It felt like, what I ordered versus what I got kind of year. People came into the year really hopeful, feeling really blessed, feeling like, this year's gonna be top notch, and then this year stretched us. But we're still here. Yeah, the year stretched us, but we still came out. Like, we went through it. We weathered whatever storm it was, and then we went through it. This kind of brought me to talk about, going through storms. I had bettered the Soulful Sundays for people to just come together, reflect, have a community to hold your hands, have people to talk you through whatever storm you're going through. Generally, just a place for you to breathe and then relax. People go through stuff, but just having that place where you can relax and know that someone is holding your hand, maybe not naturally going through exact same thing you've gone through, but just knowing that people can listen and let you just forget about those moments, forget about that strife, that stress. It's enough. That's how Soulful Sundays came to be. Usually, Soulful Sundays has always been its time to just step out, have activities that let you ease the stress, have activities that are just playful, that bring out the child in you and just lets you forget that you're an adult and have all this responsibility, while still talking through whatever it is you're going through, because people must have gone through the same thing or something close to it, and then you can hear how to deal with it. But I decided this time to not just plan for the activities, but also bring it online, bring it closer to people, bring, just, let's say, talk and just ease off. Today I just want to talk about something that came to me recently, how I dealt with this year. I learned to change emotions with emotions. If you're listening right now from wherever you are, I'd like you to take time, just pause for a minute and take in a deep breath. Just breathe in and out. Relax. You don't have to be anywhere else. You don't have to actually feel anything different. You are allowed to be exactly where you are right now. You're allowed to be wondering, you're allowed to be tired, You're allowed to be sleepy. You're allowed to be hungry. Whatever thing you're going through right now, it's okay. You don't need to push yourself. You don't need to pull. You don't need to rush things. Just take it easy. Take a deep breath. I'm talking about changing emotions with emotions. I don't want you to force yourself to be positive even when you're feeling so low. I'm not talking about pretending not to be hot. If you're hot, you're actually allowed to be hot. You don't need to pretend to through it. You don't need to. But I'm talking about how you can learn how one emotion can gently meet another emotion. Usually we hear about managing our emotions with logic, saying if you're angry, oh, you don't need to be angry. Nobody needs, it's not a reprimanding thing, it's not a hey, force yourself to be happy when you're angry kind of thing. No, that's not what I'm talking about. If you're sad, you really don't need happiness right away. It's not about that. You might need compassion, just somebody who's compassionate towards you. You can even be compassionate towards yourself. You can give yourself that compassion. If you're anxious right now, you don't need control. You need reassurance, You see that word, that passage in the Bible that talks about, the verse in the Bible that says, be anxious for nothing, that has always been my best or my go-to scripture. I always tell myself, no matter whenever I just start feeling really panicked and anxious, I keep telling myself, be anxious for nothing, be anxious for nothing. I try to calm myself down with that. I try to reassure myself. I ask myself, when has God ever failed you? Like I do this whole anxiousness, I panic, I want it now. And it's not coming then. But the funny thing is that it still comes right at the nick of time. God has not ever failed me. I just panic first, which is what I'm trying to say to you. When you're anxious, just try to, be calm and give yourself reassurance. Maybe think of times where that, even in that panic, God saw you through. Like this year, for instance, with all the anxiousness, with all the, oh my God, I need to do this has not been done, I've not met this requirement, and then somehow you weathered all the storm, you went through it, and you're here at the end of the year, in fact, in the new year, and you're still standing. I'm not talking about us replacing emotions. I'm not saying replace anger with happiness, I'm talking about pairing them with something else. When you're anxious, you start building reassurance, pair your emotions. You allow one feeling hold another, kind of. I don't know. I always use myself as an example. Maybe with time I'm going to share my story, but people who are close to me always have seen this part of me where it feels like, hey, and then they say, how are you calm in all this chaos? Because I would still be calm. I'm not calm because I have it all together. I'm calm because I'm with the person who has it all together. There's been moments in my life where I felt overwhelmed, heavy, really emotionally tired. But I told myself, hey, you should be grateful. Those are the times you count blessings. Yes, you can count your blessings. Talk to yourself about things you should be grateful for, I still tell myself, in all that craziness, you know how you stay sometimes and you're feeling you've had the craziest, and you're reading stories or you're seeing people and they're sharing their story with you, and you're seeing that, some people have had it worse. One time I went through a heartbreak I thought I couldn't come out of. Like, I felt that was it. Like, in my head, that was the greatest love. And it ended. And I thought I couldn't come. When somebody else shared her story with me and what she went through in her relationship and how it ended, how she was broken up with. And I see my own delay work. Like, really, I got to see that people have had it worse. You know. What helps me most time through all those times I feel overwhelmed and all that, I actually slow down. And then I name what I feel. Whatever it is I'm feeling at that time, I name it. Be it anger, I name it. Was I frustrated? What am I frustrated about? I do name it. I take the time out, slow down, sit in it actually. Without judgment, I just sit in it and think about it. Think about what I would have done, what I could do, and then I realized that if I was down, if I was feeling overwhelmed, it wouldn't just be raised. It wouldn't just be erased. It needed to be understood. If I felt the need to talk to someone who could understand, I'll do that. Sometimes I sit with it myself and reshare the story with myself, to get out of it. It might not make sense to you till you start to practice it. You practice sitting with your emotions and then replacing that emotion with some other emotion changes it. Learning to place a smile back, not just, hey, this happiness is automatic. No. Anytime I offer myself gentleness and stop being hard on myself, feeling like, hey, this thing has to be done now, I just tell myself, hey, be gentle, go easy. Tomorrow is another day to try, I notice that the weight begins to shift. I feel lighter. It doesn't disappear, it just softens, like, you just feel it lighter. You're not feeling that heaviness anymore. I want to invite you to do something with me. Whenever you are, wherever you are, just wherever you are right now, just gently bring attention to your body. Notice whatever emotion you're feeling right now. Do you feel let down with how the year ended, let down with all you thought you were going to achieve, let down with maybe you've been applying for jobs and getting a no, maybe you feel heartbroken, maybe you feel not desired, maybe you feel not appreciated on your job, you feel you should be doing more, you should feel your finances should have been better. You don't have to explain it, you just name it silently, just I don't want you to push whatever emotions you're having right now away. I want you to offer it, maybe offer it another emotion, a companion emotion. What you feel right now, what you feel could lessen it, could make it lighter. What emotions would you rather feel? Like if you're feeling heavy, you can offer yourself softness, gentleness, pamper the heart, It feels like I'm being too serious. Like, if you feel anxious, try to calm yourself down. Take deep breaths. Take a walk. Walk around wherever you are. Even if you cannot step out right now, you can just walk around the house. Offer yourself calm. If you're feeling lonely, the key is to start with self-love. People keep saying, oh, how do you feel so comfortable staying? Aren't you bored at home? You're always rushing to your house. Aren't you bored? I don't feel loneliness at all. Yes, you do enjoy the company of your friends, you enjoy other company, but I do have self-love. So I can offer myself love in that time of loneliness. So I don't end up feeling bored. If you're feeling grief, I went through that recently. The grief of losing my mom, and in a way I did. But I learned to offer myself tenderness. I realized that I did everything. After I lost my mom, it felt like something just loosened in my head. I started doing everything, refurbished my house, changed everything. I thought those material things could offer me comfort. It didn't. I started traveling. It didn't. None of those brought me comfort till I offered myself tenderness. Like, I had to stop and be tender to myself. Let that second emotion sit right by you. No pressure, no fixing, just presence. Now take a deep breath again. Let's go. Now breathe out. Yep. Emotions change, man. Emotions change when they feel safe. They shift when they feel seen. You don't have to fight your feelings to grow. No. You can meet them with kindness. Like, stop beating yourself up. Stop beating yourself up. If it was a mistake you made, you will grow from it. You don't need to keep beating yourself. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have done this better. I should have done. No. Yes, you can think of how you could improve it, but not beating yourself up. No, you don't need to. Well, as you go about your day in this new year, 2026, cleanly, I invite you to check in with yourself gently, to ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What do I feel? And then ask yourself, what emotions do I need right now? Do I want to be pampered? You can actually do that yourself. Ask yourself, what emotions do I need right now? Even if you're broken, even if you feel broken, rather, just remember that you are not broken for feeling deeply, you're not broken. You are not broken. You are human. anyways, thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you. Let's walk into